Hello, everyone, and welcome to this week's 30-Minute Mentor. If you can see the screen and hear my voice, then please let me know in the chat section. We have a few attendees here already, and I think we're about on time, which makes a nice change. So, if you can hear me, and if you can see me, well, see my screen anyway, please let me know. See one or two names that I recognize, a couple that I'm not sure who they are. It always amazes me that people are clamoring for information, genuine information on how to make money online. And we get 177 people registered for a webinar, which will give them totally free information on how to make money. No hype, no nonsense. And we get 5 attendees, and one of those is my monitoring. So there's four genuine attendees here. And to me, that's quite incredible. It's about 3%, 2.5%, 3%, something like that. And that just stresses the fact, and is probably the main reason behind why only 3% succeed online. I know that there are some people wait for the replays because they're either at a job, they're at work, or they live in countries where the timing just isn't right for them. But even so, to get so few attendees out of almost 200 registered is just verifies the fact that, and explains the reason why people don't succeed with online marketing, with a home business, why the failure rate is so high. Too many people are looking for an easy way to make money. And if there was an easy way to make money, everybody would be wealthy. And clearly they're not. In fact, statistics show that most people that attempt an online business, even if they're making money, are not running at a profit. So they don't have a business, they have an expensive hobby. And there is so much, I've seen a proliferation, particularly over the last 5 years, of really rubbish products being sold. In that time, there have been some good ones, don't get me wrong, there have been some very good ones. But the majority of stuff that I've seen sold, and it's getting worse and worse, is absolute utter rubbish that people throw together just to make a few dollars. And it promises the earth, and that actually provides little or nothing. So what I'm hoping to do with these 30-minute mentor sessions is get some reality back into people's lives about what is necessary. It is a business. You have to think about it as a business. You have to run it as a business. I get an awful lot of people coming to me saying, I've got no money, no capital, no experience. I need to make $10,000 a month. Sorry, but you're not going to do it. Making money online is hard enough if you've got capital. Without capital, it's harder. I'm not saying it's impossible. There are ways to make money online starting with nothing in terms of cash. Okay, you've got to have a bit because you've got to have an internet connection, and ideally a computer, not just a phone. Even though phones are getting very good nowadays, they don't replace the ability that you have with a proper computer for marketing online. So you need something. I mean, that's an absolute minimum that you need in terms of capital. You can do affiliate marketing, and you can do that because you can sign up for somewhere like ClickBank and you can pick a product to promote and you can promote it. But the chances of you making money with that product with no capital to invest in traffic, no website to build a wrapper around that product, because if you're just sending traffic to their sales page, your results are going to be probably less than 1% of opt-ins. And if you haven't got a website and you haven't got any money, you're not even getting people to opt in. So looking at things realistically, if you've got traffic and it's cold traffic, and cold traffic is traffic that you've just generated from seeing an ad or something similar, or you've bought clicks. Cold traffic, if you've got an opt-in form, if you've got a lead capture page, you will get from cold traffic anything between 10 and 20% usually opting in. If you've got a very good offer with cold traffic, you can get 35% opting in, but it has to be a really excellent offer. The norm for the average, and particularly if you're just sending people to an affiliate offer where you've not got a landing page, you're just going to get the same number of people just seeing the page and clicking away, going away. Okay, so if you're sending cold traffic just to an offer, you're probably only going to get, if you're lucky, 20% of that traffic actually bothering to look at the sales page. So that means that if you've got 1,000 people that you manage to drive to that offer, and to do that without investing in traffic would be very difficult, it would mean only about 200 would actually spend time on the sales page. And your conversions would be 1.5% if you're lucky. So you would get 3 sales. And if you're not capturing leads, that's all you're getting out of it. You're getting 3 sales. Now, if you're selling a product that has a commission of, the average is probably for most affiliate products around about $30 to $50. That's with upsells and everything else. That's probably what you'd make. But even if you've got a product that is paying you $100 commission and you make 3 sales, that's $300. That would not be enough to cover the cost of your traffic. So you'd be running at a loss. You would give up very quickly and move on to something else, saying this doesn't work, that offer's no good, or the traffic was no good, or whatever reason behind it. However, if you build a wrapper around the offer, and that is having a landing page where you capture the leads, and you go from that landing page to a bridge page where you can say, thank you, this is who I am, this is why you've opted in, and this is what I can offer you. It's like a pre-sales event. You can even take it further. You can offer training videos that explain why people need whatever it is you're promoting, so that you pre-sell the whole concept, so that by the time they get to the affiliate offer, they're already thinking about buying. And if that's the case, you can take that 1.5%, which is pretty normal. It's an industry average, and you can whack it up massively to somewhere between 15 and even as high as 35% purchase. Okay. Now, if we take the lower level there of 15%, and you'd bought $1,000 worth of traffic, and you've got 200 people opting in, and you had even just 10%, you would get 20 sales. And if you had 20 sales at $50 commission, which is roundabout average, that would probably leave you with a small profit on your advertising. Plus, you would have all those opt-ins. You would have a list of 200 people that you could send additional information, additional offers to generate interest. So I see so many people that do this. They find the product or service and they send traffic, and they lose money. And they're losing money for the reasons that I've just told you. You're only going to get 20% of the people that you send there interested in looking at the sales page. And of those 20% that look at the sales page, only 1.5%, 2%, if you're really, really lucky, are going to buy. So that is what people are doing. They're going from 1 to 7. And it's not working for them. And this applies not just if in affiliate marketing, if you've got an affiliate product, but I started with that because I'm constantly getting people, how can I make money without any investment, with no capital? Okay, it is possible, but it's not easy. It's not easy with capital. It's a lot harder without it. And affiliate marketing is one way they can, but if they're using this and they're going from 1 to 7, they're going to fail. They might make a few sales, but they're not going to cover the costs of their advertising. So, yeah, having a decent product is important. And yeah, being able to send traffic there is important. But what people really want is not traffic. What people really want is, and that means that you've got to have good traffic to start with, and you've got to have the ability to convert that good traffic into sales. And you won't convert it at a high enough rate unless you've been through and put all these other items in place that we've been talking about in the over the last 5 weeks. So whilst today is talking about traffic, I want to talk to you about trends and get into traffic. I'm going to spend more time on it next week, because I've seen some distressing trends, not just in the products or services that are being offered over the last 5 years, but particularly over the last, maybe as far back as 2 years, certainly over the last 12 months, the quality of traffic that people are offering has really deteriorated. There's an awful lot of bot traffic. When I'm talking about bot traffic, I'm talking about computer generated traffic. It's not real people. It's clicks that you're getting. You might be getting opt-ins, but it's not real people that are interested in what you have to offer. It's engineered to make it look like you're getting value for money, when really you're getting ripped off. And this is happening with pay-per-click advertising. It's happening with cost-per-click traffic. It's happening with solo ads. It's happening with all these different ways that people are selling traffic. What's cheap traffic and what's expensive traffic? Cheap traffic is traffic that converts because you can make a profit on it. And expensive traffic is traffic that costs you money and you get nothing back for it. It's not about whether it's 1 cent a click or whether it's $4 a click. It's about whether that click is likely to result in a sale. And if you're paying $4 a click and you're getting enough sales to more than cover the cost of your advertising, that is cheap traffic. If you're paying 1 cent a click and you're not making any sales, that's expensive traffic, because you're never ever going to get your money back that you spent, whether it's $5, $10, $100, $1,000, it doesn't matter. You're just not going to make money with cheap traffic. And as I say, that's not about the cost of the click. That's about what you're getting in return for the traffic. So when you're looking at traffic, don't look at the cost per click so much. I know you're going to have to test things, but test small. I see people, I've seen recently people, I've had 2 or 3 people within the last 10 days that have come to me that have been pumped up about an offer that's been out there. It's a very, very good offer. And they've gone out and they've spent, I think one spent $1,000, one had spent $5,000, and the other had spent a couple of $1,000. 3 people have come to me on traffic. And one of these people, I think it was, I'm not sure whether it was it was the $1,000 spent on traffic, didn't even get 1 opt-in. Not 1 opt-in, let alone a sale. So, and all of these people that came to me hadn't made any sales. So you don't want to be going out, no matter how good the offer is, you don't want to be going out there and spending a lot of money on traffic until you've tested it. And that comes to scaling, and we'll get into that once we've moved from traffic. Traffic is probably going to take me 2 or 3 weeks, I think. Because I want to make this point clear to you. I want you to understand that it's not just about having a website, a good sales page, or an opt-in page, a good funnel even, and just whacking traffic at it. If you do that, you're going to lose money, you're going to get disillusioned, and you're going to be out of the game. So it's important for you to understand that what you want is sales and not traffic. And I know you'll be told, oh, if you get the page and you send enough traffic, you'll make money. You might make some money, but you won't make a profit. And who wants to be losing money in business? How long do you go on in business consistently losing money? So how can you protect against bot traffic? Well, first of all, you can test yourself. And what's a decent number to test with? People tell me, you know, that they'll test with 50. 50 really isn't enough. The optimum I always recommend to test is something like 200 clicks. If you're doing solo ads, you can still buy solo ads for 35, 40, 45, 50 cents a click. So for a couple of hundred clicks on average, you'll be paying what, $80 or $90, something like that. And you've got to be prepared to lose that money because you've got to test that traffic. So that's one way, just testing the traffic. And you don't want to be just concerned about opt-ins. You want to be concerned with sales. There's one traffic provider out there at the moment who is guaranteeing opt-ins. I think he guarantees 30% opt-ins. It might only be 25, but I think it's 30% opt-ins. His clicks are around about $1. They might be over a little under, I can't remember. And yes, you will get the opt-ins. But I've tested his traffic and you don't get sales. And I've checked on, there's a handy little piece of software. I'll try and pull it up in a minute and show it to you. And this tracks people's responses to solo ads. It uses Facebook and it goes into Facebook and it digs up everything it can find on solo ad providers and feedback. And so it shows the results that people are getting with traffic from solo ad providers. And the software is free. And I'll find you a link for it in a moment. And what it does is it'll show you what the percentage of opt-ins is and whether or not people are making sales. Because if people aren't making sales, look, I don't care if you go out and you buy 200 leads and it costs you $100 just in round figures. And let's suppose you get 80% opt-ins, but you make no sales. Are you happy with that? You want sales, don't you? You've got to have sales. You've got to have sales to stay in business. A business with no sales is not a business. It really is as simple as that. And okay, if they are good opt-ins, which they're unlikely to be if you've got that many opt-ins and no sales, there's a possibility of selling them down the line. Because if I go back 5 years and you got people to opt into your list and you sent them to a sales page, you would get, some people would buy. And if you sent a series of follow-up emails explaining the benefits and sending them back there and back there and back there, after, you know, somewhere between 4 and 7 emails, you'd be making more sales. So you might have made 5 sales on the initial offer, and then between 4 and 7 you might make another 20 sales, so you get making 25 sales. These are just hypothetical figures, but this is the type of thing that would happen 5 years ago. Today people are concentrating on opt-ins. They're guaranteeing you opt-ins. People are looking at, oh, I got this many opt-ins. Wow, you know, really great. And then they're making no money. And some people are getting no opt-ins even because the traffic is so bad. There's so much false traffic. ILS traffic is meant to be good. ILS traffic, Robert, I'm not here to comment on any particular traffic source. ILS traffic used to be CPC Broker. CPC Broker used to be 5 years ago a very good source of traffic. It was cost per click traffic, which is what ILS provides. It's the same company. They've just changed things because they've introduced a different plan. The traffic now, in my opinion, is not as good as it was. 5 years ago, if you were an affiliate, you got, I think, 10% paid to you for, and I think that was paid in additional traffic. I don't think it was in cash. So they would provide you with 10% extra traffic. So if somebody ordered 1,000 clicks, they would give you 100 clicks if you were an affiliate. About 2 years ago, they changed from being CPC Broker to being ILS. They doubled the cost of the traffic and paid far higher commissions. And now they're relaunching again and doing a similar thing. As always, test the traffic with round about 200 clicks and see what you get from it. That has got to be what you do with every source of traffic. So I'm not saying it's no good. I'm not saying it's great. I'm saying you've got to find out for yourself or check with other people what they're getting in terms of sales. And as I say, there's a handy piece of software that'll do that. It won't do it for cost per click traffic like ILS, unfortunately. It's for solo ad providers. But solo ads convert better than cost per click. Why? Because with a solo ad, you can write an email letter that is telling people, it gives you the opportunity to write an advert which goes out to people, is basically what it is. So you can say, it doesn't matter what niche you're in, you can find a way of getting solo ads. One of the best ways for niches other than make money online, which most solo ad providers have make money online or network marketing, leads, etc. But if you're in niches like health and fitness or any sort of different niche, your best way is to look for people that have e-zines and see if they'll allow you to send to their list. And directory of e-zines makes that a lot easier for you because you can find the e-zines and it'll tell you the rates, and they have feedback from members on the responses and the sales that they got and this sort of thing from those e-zines. But solo ads, you have the chance to write your own ad and send it to people. With cost per click, like ILS, it's a different thing. It's colder than solo ad because it's generic traffic. It's traffic that, when it's generated well, it's done from, if you're interested in making money from home, click here and we'll send you a booklet. It's that type of generic ad that they have all over the place, different websites, different ads going out in newspapers, all sorts of things. And the data that they get in all comes in and it's all lumped together. So it's not people that are specifically interested in what you're selling necessarily. And so it's pretty cold, and that's why it'll only convert at 10 to 20%. I've been testing a few, and one that I've been testing is doing better than others, and that's the Click Agency. I don't know whether you're familiar with the Click Agency, but I've been getting I think about 24%. I'll just look at the figures, just a second. Which here? 24.2%. I've been getting 24.2% opt-ins with the Click Agency, and I've been getting 7% of those converting to sales. So for me, that's good for this type of traffic. Solo ads you'll do better because you can send them specifically what your product is about. If you're selling, I often use acne cream as an example because it's a good market. There's a lot of people out there with spots that want to get rid of them, but you don't want to be sending them stuff to a business opportunity list. You know, you don't want clicks coming from business opportunity seekers unless you're trying to recruit them into a multi-level thing that sells acne cream. But if you're just out there to sell acne cream or a report on how to cure acne naturally without drugs and this sort of thing, then you want people that have got spots and you want them to be, you know, you want to be going to a health list. So that's why e-zines are good for this type of thing, because you can find e-zines that are concentrating on health and beauty and this sort of thing. And that's the people that are subscribed to that e-zine are interested in that. And if you can then send them a message saying, do you know anybody that suffers from acne? And then you can tell a little story saying, I recently came across a product which my 17-year-old son tried because he was really embarrassed about his spots, and within 10 days it cleared up and he's now making more dates than he's ever made in his life. His confidence is up and everything else. So you tell a little story and you say, now if you're interested in checking this out, go here. And that's when you give them your link. So somebody that's clicking through from something like that on a solo ad, they understand what it is that they're going to look at, and they know and they're interested in it because they're a targeted audience. So you're going to get more opt-ins from a solo ad with a good email. Your opt-ins, really, you should be looking to push them up to around about 40%. You can get a lot higher. You don't really want to be getting less than 30% with a solo ad. Cost per click, as I say, you'll get somewhere between 10 and 20. I'm getting 24 with the Click Agency. So there's a big difference there. And secondly, you know those people are interested anyway, and the reason you've got the opt-ins is because they're interested and they know what they've gone there for. They've gone there to get rid of their acne, and you're offering them the solution. And when somebody's got a problem and you've got a solution for it, the two go together. And what happens when you've got a problem and a solution? You make a sale. And so your sales are going to be higher. Your sales are going to be a lot higher than that 1.5%. They're going to be from solo ads, even without a bridge page, you can get as high as 5, 6, 7%. Now, if you're doing things right and you're putting a wrap around it and you've got bridge pages in, things like that, you can get really, really high. And you can get like sometimes 50, 60. I mean, I know one guy that quite often gets like, I think his best has been 78% conversion. 78%. I mean, I've never had that though, but I know this guy, and he's very good with his list, and when he sends them stuff, 78%. Amazing. Anyway, so it's the type of traffic and where you're getting it. The easiest traffic is the cost per click stuff, but it's got very expensive. You can be paying a dollar for a click nowadays on cost per click, and really cost per click should be like 30, 35, 40 cents like it was 5 years ago. There's no reason for people to be charging a dollar for it unless they're paying out massive commissions. and you'll see that happening. Unfortunately, this is the trend, and because some are charging, then all the click advertising has gone up. And the traffic agency, I think I'm paying around about 80 cents a click for traffic there, and that's cost per click. Whereas I can still buy solo ads for around about 40 cents, 50 cents. But with solo ads, you can be limited because there are not many people that have big enough lists for you to scale up. So you do your 200 test and you get a pretty good result, and you say, okay, give me 300 fresh that I've not seen this before, and you get that and the results are still good. So you say, okay, give me 500, and they, oh, I can't do 500 now because you've wiped my list out. And you'll find that happens a lot with solo ads. You know, they might be able to produce 1,000 clicks, a lot of people selling solo ads. And another problem with solo ads is even if you go to a different supplier, a lot of the names on their lists are the same because they're swapping traffic, they're swapping clicks, they're doing click swaps. Send my offer to your list and I'll send yours to my list. And so the same people are opting in to everybody's list. So you've got 10 people selling solo ads and their lists are basically the same. There's no unique people on them. So that's happening a lot with solo ads now. So first of all, if you're doing solo ads, you want to find, it's okay to try somebody that's relatively small that can only perhaps do 1,000 clicks, but it's no good then finding somebody else that can only do 1,000 clicks because his list is probably going to be the same or very similar. So it might work in a limited way, short term, but to do solo ads, really, you need to be looking for somebody, and you won't need to be asking people, how many 1,000 clicks can you provide me? And you want somebody that says, oh, unlimited. We can give you unlimited traffic. And you want someone that allows you to write their email swipe. A lot of these so-called solo ad providers will not allow you to write the swipe. The swipe is the name for the email that's sent out, just in case that's confusing to you. And if you can't write your own email, you can't write your own advert. It's just like buying cost per click traffic. So you want somebody that'll allow you to write the email, because you can test different emails. Then you can try one, you can then say, okay, that worked pretty well. I want to try this with some fresh people. I've changed the email around a little bit, and you can send that and you can compare the results from the two. You can constantly be testing, and you can get an email that converts really well, and then you can start scaling up. So you need somebody that can provide you with that sort of traffic. Is this making sense to you? Get some feedback on this, because it should be apparent by now that all website traffic is not born equal. Let's get rid of that. It can be very, very different, and what one person is having success with can vary a great deal from what somebody else is having success with. Results can vary. Is it making sense? Let me just get some feedback. Is this, are you understanding this? Because this is the groundwork, the basis of what we're going to be covering on traffic in the coming 2, maybe 3 weeks. I don't know. Okay, thanks, Selma. I'm glad somebody's paying attention. We're getting something from you. What I want to do is I want to just look for this software. Just give me a second. I think I've got it on my desktop. Yeah, My SolarDex it's called. And I'll see if we can get a screenshot of this. And see if I can. Here we go. I've just pulled somebody up. This is free software that you get. I have to think where you get it from, but let me show it you if I can. Yeah, I think we should be able to show it on the screen. Yeah. Can you see this? What you can do is you can pull up different sellers. There's lots and lots of different sellers. I'm not sure that this is logged in at the moment to Facebook, so I'm getting old information here, but I just pulled up this solo ad seller, Juan Morales, okay? And you can see that somebody here bought 300 clicks, they got 332. That's pretty normal. You normally get around about 10% over delivery. So you got 11% over delivery here. Tier 1, 92%. See, that's important because you want traffic that's coming from places where people have got the money to buy. And it's no good if you're getting all the traffic from somewhere like the Gambia. The people might be great, but they've got no money. They can't afford to buy what you're selling. This guy got 38% opt-ins, which is pretty good. As I say, you want to be getting over 30% with a solo ad. You want to be aiming for like 40 or more. And this is close to 40. And he got 5 sales. So 5 sales off 300 bought. 38% opt-in. What's that? 38.9. So it's about 100 people opt-in, isn't it? So you got like 5% sales, which is good. Okay. Here's another one. Over delivery. Tier 1 was pretty good. The opt-in was very good, but sales were lower. Okay, but this guy says, you know, he buys regularly. I'm not sure why this guy got 5. It can be the offer. The offers are different. You'll get different results, obviously. If you've got a bad offer, you'll get bad results. If you've got a good offer, you'll get great results. But this guy's producing sales, and that's what you want to be looking at. And if you're not getting sales from his traffic and you're not getting the opt-ins, if you're not getting the opt-ins, you want to be looking at your landing page. And if you're not getting the sales, you want to be looking at your sales page, and you want to be building wrappers around it as well. Look at this. This is great. This guy here bought 10,000, got 13% over delivery, 94% tier 1, 47% opt-ins, 94 sales. Okay. So 47% opt-in on that is 470 opt-ins and 94 sales. I don't know whether you'll see this, but let's just put that 94 divided by 470 opt-ins. That's 20%, 20% near enough sales. Now he might have had a wrapper on that. I would suggest he probably has, but there's no way of telling. But this guy's solos are producing sales, and you can get like up to 20,000 clicks off him. So you can scale up. You don't start with 10,000. Like I say, you start ideally with 200. If you can't afford 200, you're going to have to start with something a bit less. You don't want to be starting with more than 200. You've got to test, tweak, test again. There you go, 3 sales here of 500, 43% opt-in. That's more like the normal sort of conversion rate. Somebody got no sales, have just gone past. There we go, no sales there. Could have been a rotten offer. You don't know that, you know. But you look consistently, people are getting sales from this guy. 7 off 1,000 with a 41% opt-in, and they're nearly all tier 1. So, you know, 400, 7 sales, getting on for 2%. Industry norm. It's what you should be expecting. But so often you won't get this sort of rate. And this is the important thing. Okay, this is important if you know that they're good stuff. The only way to find out if they're good opt-ins is from the sales. There are other ways of doing things. You can add code to your capture forms, which will eliminate, where are we? Which will eliminate your false opt-ins, if you like. It'll eliminate bot traffic. It'll eliminate people that put in the wrong address. Some people will genuinely mistype things. So instead of putting in my name at google.com, they'll write my name at google.co or cm or something. They'll miss the O out or miss the M off, or they'll put my name and they'll miss the Y out of my, something like that. Those are genuine mistakes. It'll immediately tell that person that this isn't a valid address, and then they can go and check it, put in the right address. But you'll also get people that put in fake addresses, and it'll filter those out, and it'll say this address is no good. And you'll get people that will send to addresses that are they're junk email, if you like. They never check it, but it's a genuine address, and it'll filter those out as well. And you can buy, well, you can't buy scripts, you rent the script. It'll cost you as just an ordinary person probably around, you might be able to get it for something like 1 cent per click. So it's not expensive, but there will be a minimum on it usually. So you might have to be putting like 1,000 clicks a month through, or you'll get charged your $10 anyway. Okay, so there are places there, and we'll talk about those more in the future as well. If you're a member of High Traffic Academy, which I recommend everybody should be, I can't remember that. It's a one-off payment of $2,000 to be a member of High Traffic Academy, but they always have deals on. And if anybody's interested, I can probably find you a link where, for a limited time, that you only get the chance for a deal for a limited number of hours. I think usually 2 hours or something like that. And if you don't take action, it's gone and the price goes back to the normal. But I can get you probably 75% off if you're interested in that. So it'll cost you around about $500 for a lifetime membership of High Traffic Academy. And if you're in something like that, you can get this type of script for half the price with no minimums. So you'll only be paying like ½ cent a click. And it'll verify all those emails that are coming in, and it'll stop the scammers sending you all this bot traffic and this sort of thing. So it's a good investment. It's well worthwhile. But if you're looking for something like this software, as I say, this connects to your Facebook, and it comes free with Lead Lightning, I think. Let me find a link for that. Lead Lightning is free. They do have a paid version, but you get the software with the free version. Let me just have a look for a link for that. I'm pretty sure it's Lead Lightning. And I'll put the link up for you. If I find my links, this building, yeah. Links, here we go. Have we got Lead Lightning here? I thought we should have, no, Desktop Lightning is different. Email. Wouldn't you know it? I can't see it here. Oh, Lead Lightning, I've got it. Here we go. I'm pretty sure that this is the one where you can get this software. As I say, it's free to join. Let me put it in as a sticky. How do I do that? Here we go. Paste. Display as a sticky. Okay, it's there in your chat section now. It's at the top. It says My Top Funnel, but it's Lead Lightning. It's free to join. As I say, they do have a paid version, which is better than the free, obviously. I mean, if free was the best there was, and I always say this about traffic and things and everything, paid wouldn't exist. So, and I can't remember how much it is, but it's not much. I think it's about $20 a month if you want to go for the paid version. But you get this software, this solo ad software with the free version, and you can download it, you install it on your computer, and it logs into your Facebook account, and then it'll do all the searches and things. And there you go. So let's just get back to here. I don't think I've got much else on this actually today, and we've been going nearly an hour anyway now. I confess to not being very well prepared this week. If you're interested in the Click Agency, this is cost per click traffic. It's about the same price as everybody's paying for cost per click now, which is getting on for $1, around about $1 for like 200. So to buy 200 clicks will cost you around about $200. As I say, it should be like half that price, but everybody's put the prices up, and so that's where we are. But I'm getting better results, better sales from this than any of the others that I use. It is my affiliate link, so I want you to be clear on that. But I've got affiliate links for all of them. I mean, I've got affiliate links for ILS, but I wouldn't give you that because I don't think it's the best traffic, I'll be honest. I've got affiliate links, but I only use affiliate links that I feel are going to be beneficial to you. They're what I use, and I use the Click Agency. And really, that's just laying the groundwork. We'll go into greater depth on free traffic, paid traffic, self-liquidating offers, which you need to have to make sure that you get. If you don't know what these are, it's okay. We'll cover them in the traffic. We'll split the traffic down into probably another 2, maybe 3, maybe even 4 weeks, because there's a lot to cover on traffic. But what you want to be aware of really is never buy traffic unless you've got a clear outcome, your hook, your lead magnets, your landing pages, and your click tracking in place, because you're going to lose money. Have we got any questions on anything covered today, or that you would like me to answer questions on regarding any aspect of marketing, or even about programs that I run if you want? I mean, I'm here, you can get hold of me. I know I've been banished to one of our spare bedrooms temporarily, but it's still me, and I still am able to bring 40 years of marketing experience to you if you've got questions, if you've got things that you need. Anybody? I've got another little program. I don't know whether you're interested in it. I don't normally pump things here, but this is connected to a company called NWC, and they are, I'll just put that in as an ordinary thing in there. I don't know whether that's clickable. Oh yeah, it is. So that's, you can take a look at that if you want. NWC is a company that was started about 2 years ago. It's an offshoot of another company. Pete Wolfing has been, what, 25 years in internet marketing, I suppose, even longer than me, you know, since things first happened online. I was a little bit after that. And he's got a company that's got a 17-year track record, and it's it's a solid foundation. And he started NWC because he loves network marketing, Pete, and he started NWC about 2 years ago, and I've been watching it, and it's been doing what most startups do, and it's been sort of growing slowly, but it's now just at the point where it's starting to go like this, and that's the time where you can make a lot of money quite quickly. And so this program that I've just put in here, that will take you to the landing page, I think, and then if you put your email in there, and you'll get some information, because I put together a program to go with NWC. And with a guy called Abdul, who can provide us with sales from his list. He's got massive lists. He sells solo ads as well. But he's not just a solo ad provider. He is in communication with his lists, let's put it that way. He has built rapport with his lists, so he is in a position where he can generate sales from his list, and so he will sell us sales. And I think these two questions are referring, NWC, are they going to put people in your downline? NWC do not. NWC is just the company that provides the products, which enables you to make the commissions on selling their products. That is all NWC are. Within NWC, there are lots of different teams that are promoting. You know, somebody builds a team and they call themselves whatever, and there are lots of different teams. And we come under the umbrella of what the hell are they called? RPM. Residual, let's see if I can find what, sorry about this, I wasn't planning on talking about this either, but seeing as we're here, see if I can find it. Residual Profit Machine, RPM, is the sort of main team that we're under in NWC. And they have their own program where you can actually buy sales, and the cost of their sales is running at around about $100 per sale at the moment. And you might make $25 a month off that sale, or you might make $175 a month. About 50% of them are coming in at $175 a month through RPM. So even if you were to spend $200 on a sale and get $175 a month, it's good business. So that's one group that we're under. Now within that group, there's another group called National Wealth Center or something like that, and that's another team that's in RPM, and they have some very, very good training in there as well. And then if you join us, we're in let me get myself back here so I can see what the questions are about. If you join us, I've put together this program which is here, which is working with Abdul, where we can buy sales for $70. Now, most of those sales are going to come in at $25 a month from his work. But when they get in, then we put them through our system, our funnel, and they see the logic of upgrading to $175, because that way we provide them with sales. So they spend $175. We get them 4 sales. We spend $280 on them. But they pass up 2 of the sales. So we get 2 sales out of the 4 that we get for them, but it gets them off to a flying start, gets them into profit, and you can look at it now. So that's it. So it's not NWC, it's down to us with our partnership with Abdul, and I'm also putting together a funnel where we'll be doing a rotation on that as well. And that's actually started working. There are some people that have got a couple of clicks from that funnel already, even though it's not properly released yet. So that's good. You're only going to get four clicks from the funnel. So once you've had your 4 clicks from the funnel, that's it, but it's costing you nothing. Terence, with the RMP time of 10 days for each sign up remain, or will it keep getting longer as more people join? That's hard to say, Terence. It's a business. There's no guarantees in business. Ultimately, no matter how good the system is, no matter how good the mentor is, it's going to be down to you. And there's no guarantees in business, except that if you do things right, you'll make money, and if you do them wrong, you'll lose money. And those basically are the guarantees. So I can't answer that. Nobody could answer that. At the moment, they're running at around about 10 days. So you pay $70. It takes a while for the $70 to go through as well, because it's sent through Payoneer, and Payoneer then have to check that that's a valid payment before they release it, and then they release it. So you could probably add a couple of days on for that as well. So you might be looking at, once accepted and gone through and started, 10 days. It might be 12 to 14 days for the actual thing, but you can actually buy one every week. So even if it's taking 12 to 14 days, you could have a sale every week. And if you follow our plan, you should get sales that are upgrading. RPM, as I say, Thelma, is a team within NWC. It's just like we have our own team, which is Success Lifestyles, which is my organization. NWC is who provide the products that you get paid for selling. So yeah, your paperwork should say NWC. You should have received a link from me. I think I sent them all out yesterday for the TED group, and that also has a link in there to the RPM group. So if you follow those through, you get the training from both of them, and you can also buy leads from RPM. I say their leads are a bit dearer. They're about $100, might be running at $130, something like that now, because you have to just stay in the system until it pays. So even though you start off, I think, with $50 or $60 or something, you have to add, after a certain amount of time, you have to pay another $30 or another $30, whatever it is. I can't remember the exact figures. So they're running at about $100, maybe $130 per sale that you get from them. But as I say, 50% of them are joining through the RPM system at $175. And even if you were paying like $300 for it, you know, in two months, you're in profit on that, and you've done nothing for it except get somebody else to make sales for you. It's like having a sales force and paying them. It's building your business doesn't really get much easier. So if you've not got those links, Thelma, send me an email and I will send it out to you again. But I think I sent them all out yesterday. Some people that joined since I sent them may not have had them, because you can only I sent them through the NWC system, and you can only mail once a day through the system. So any questions on marketing now, rather than this? As I say, it's a neat little program. Take a look at it. We will be covering traffic in greater depths over the next 2 or 3 weeks. And if we don't have any more questions, I'm going to close it up there. I will be, I promise, better prepared for the traffic. But I hope that's been useful for you, because people don't understand traffic. People say, oh, if I get the traffic to me, to my sales page, that's all I need, I can retire. It doesn't work that way, I'm sorry. If it worked that way, it'd be great. But, and as I say, traffic, now you've got to be very careful. With two years ago, nearly all the traffic that came was good, genuine traffic. Now there's an awful lot of real bad traffic about, and the quality is generally going down and down and down instead of up and up and up. So you need to protect yourself. If anybody needs a link for a discount on High Traffic Academy, yeah, yes, Robert, it is the Done For You system that Thelma's referring to. If anybody does need a link for High Traffic Academy, you can email me. I'll just put my and ask for a link, and I'll get you a link where you can get a good discount. But you've got to be prepared to take action fast, because the people that run High Traffic Academy, the 3 of them, great people, but they don't mess about. If they say you've got this for 2 hours, you've got it for 2 hours, and if you miss the 2 hours, sorry, it's gone. Bang, your price goes up. So you've got to be prepared to act. But if you want a link, I can get you a link there. But don't click on the buy now button unless you're prepared to make a purchase, because you will lose the chance to get that discount. I don't know, but I think everybody that's in business now should have an online presence, no matter what business it is. Pizza bar in the high street, butchers, hairdressers, whatever it is, they should have an online presence. And everybody that has an online presence should, in my opinion, be in High Traffic Academy, because there's so much going on there that most of the stuff that you get online is information products. Some of it is tools. High Traffic Academy is cutting edge in not only information and tools and community and everything else. It's the be all and end all of marketing online. And if you've got a business anywhere, online or offline, even if it's mainly offline, if you take your money because somebody comes in for a haircut and you cut the hair and they pay you, but you've got an online presence. And if you haven't got an online presence, you should have. You should also be in High Traffic Academy. As I say, once only payment. I think with the 75% off, it's just under $500, and it's once only. They have a monthly thing as well, but you don't need to get in that. Once again, it's good value, but it's up to you. But particularly this link in the top in the sticky, you can sign up free and you can get that software. And that's it from me. Okay, I appreciate you being here. I thank you for being among the few people that are interested in genuinely taking your business to the next level. And I look forward to seeing you next week, when I'll have a more structured presentation and we'll be getting deeper into traffic. And if you've not got those other parts in place, go to sawwp.com/YT. That will take you to my YouTube channel, and you'll be able to find the presentations I did on those other things. You don't want to be buying traffic, regardless of what the offer is, regardless of what opportunity you're promoting, unless you have those 5 things in place. You will lose money. So if you go there, you'll find the last 5 weeks, and that'll go through those things for you. You can put them in place, and next week we'll get down to getting some traffic, and I'll be offering some free and some paid over the coming weeks that'll help you start marketing and making money. Okay, God bless you all, and thank you for being here. We ended up with 8 people in the end, which is a bit better than the 3% we had at the beginning. So, okay, God bless. Have a great day, and take care. Stop broadcast. Click the right button.